freaks. So whether that is going to be a good sign or a bad sign, we'll find out as we get into the game. But I'm looking at this sandbox draft, and I'm seeing priority almost wants to try and challenge for this one. The patience is going to still be there as Marta makes first roam. And there's the body slam. Dove is going to have the inside track, but OnFleek still might have to get himself out. Actually decides to go aggressive as there's a headbutt onto Joker, trying to make sure that he doesn't get it. And that's going to be first blood going over to Dove. It's a complete disaster here in the Dragon Pit. 1-for-1 in the end, as Dove does have at least the Shroud taking his support and just running around, trying to get the map working in his favor. And Joker, I don't think this control ward's going to go down for free, is cleared, finds the body slam. Mart's actually flashing in a very weird way to try and get himself over to the other side. Not entirely sure what that was about. As now cleared, will be the first one to go down. OnFleek, very, very low, but still has 200 health to work with. Headbutt to safety here as Marta delivers OnFleek towards Teddy. I said safety, I was lying, but Sandbox still able to trade up elsewhere on the map.
And they're lucky that the experience...
Feeling that K here in game number 3.
You know who's feeling K? It's OnFleek, who finally got to play as Camille after 2 games of bans. This guy was the guy we originally thought was Jug King. We learned that was the young 17-year-old jungler.
Oh,
on down one, his mid lane's dead.
Yep, that is no longer a Khan. That is a death chamber. He's down to Davy Jones' locker. They were able to navigate Galio comps. They were able to navigate all of these team fighting compositions with finesse. But this has not been finesse so far. 7 kills in the first 8 minutes, and they've been scrappy. Cleared now, just desperately.
But it's pretty standard Camille in general. Again, they had great wards below the torch. On the bottom side of the map, we're zooming out, just where OnFleek to the left of where he's standing. He's back mid lane, but there's a counter gang.
Yeah, Clid's going to come in, gets the boot back underneath the turret, but the Hextech ultimatum is there as Khan is going to be traded. A 1-for-1. You'll take that any day of the week as Joker, he's going to turn up, and they're going to shove this minion wave into the turret.
Akali, who sometimes doesn't take flash at all.
Yep, and Dove going to hop underneath this turret now, and Summit on the Aatrox and Dove on the Akali. It's pretty easy to dive anyone. And World Ender almost unnecessary as Summit's just going to use it to get his health back.
Had a good one and a bad one from Sandbox Gaming when it comes to growing and turning the early game into the mid game in a positive way. Rift Herald's a nice start. The Shen ultimate papers over some of the other problems. So being 5 CS ahead with the Shen support, you feel pretty good. But Ezreal known to do what it says on the box.
Jungle that he can safely go to.
SKT feel more difficult to execute in a team fight, and when it's not a team fight, we have the
coming
piggyback
down.
system.
Yeah, looking for Faker, gets himself the taunt as there's the Infernal Chains, not going to pull him back, but the hook shot's going to stun him up, and see you later, Faker. You do not belong on the bottom side. Sandbox pick up the kill, and they've got 4 turret.
We know that means a lot of things. It tells us they're not team fighting a lot with Faker. He's in a side lane 1-3-1ing, and piggyback is a great way to take down one person, and Shen does it best.
Shen is actually, he's got an ability that should be called piggyback. Stand United in game 3, momentum is so important. And understanding that you didn't have a lot of expectation on your shoulders, SKT with so much. They built this team to win. Sandbox, the brand new squad coming over, not even...
They should remember the stopwatch is available for GP and Gragas.
Sad thing for SKT fans is that it was SKT that made the 1-3-1 look so incredibly good with the Fiora composition, but now Sandbox are almost doing it better with Aatrox and the Akali in side lanes, and being able to control, like you say, the jungle with United once again available, can piggyback his way into any of these fights. You can see on the bottom side of the map, 2 members in Summit and OnFleek just waiting for Faker to move a little bit too far forward.
Consider the terrain we're seeing those words be applied to Atlas. They control not even their wolf.
Just on purpose that time around. This is not how this one's supposed to go. I read the script, and it was supposed to say undefeated SKT versus undefeated Griffin. It's looking like undefeated Sandbox is going to be the real final boss.
Is putting some separation.
Inside tracks towards inner turrets. It's a really nice suffocation, and this is what we're used to seeing SKT doing. It's what they've been very, very good since, I don't know, 2013. So incredibly early. Is cleared, has to go into the stopwatch, but that's just a see your death moment. OnFleek picks up the kill so easily. It's Teddy, you can't supercharge yourself. Faker doesn't have his just yet, but does have teleport available. Khan wants to try and keep this minion wave in check so they don't lose out on too much, but half the health bar now on this Baron buff as Marta gets a decent pulverize, but has to use the ultimate so incredibly early. Khan has to run away, and Sandbox Gaming, they want to try and get something from it. They do manage to pick up the cow as Teddy takes a bit of damage off the back end.
3-0.
Yeah.
Already eclipsing the Kongdu that went 2-0, then fell away quickly, and they want more.
Yep, Mata, I don't think he has that ultimate available, but Cannon Barrage does come in, and Teddy goes for the ultimate. Doesn't find the Acathian Rain onto OnFleek, which is exactly what he was looking for. We saw you have to back away.
Bashing their heads onto the closest door a little bit here. Sandbox playing one lane for a bit too long. The Baron, to their credit at least, they're not too hard of the pain about that one. Inferno feels like a great fallback, Drake. As
down very, very low by the Aatrox. Khan, not a whole lot he can do to stop that one from going down.
Still a pretty slow siege.
Yeah.
Sandbox not looking for anything as bold as a Camille turret dive or Zhonya's Akali trying to zone harder. Means that it's only inner turrets that have rolled down. Feels like perhaps it was ready to go on the side of Sandbox to truly close the game. No game is over when the inhibitors are still alive.
Yep. Cheeky tactical sweep there, but Faker not going to be worried about it. And SKT still, they look like they're hungry to try and find something. Teleport from Faker towards the bottom side. They want to get rid of Summit, but that's the special delivery on the Shen, and Khan might just be exploded. Summit trying to get that work done, flashes forward. Khan trying to bait him in. The World Ender's there. They'll have to kill him twice. Now, make it 3 times with that GA, and Joker is in no man's land. Does get the kill, but look at this.
Meanwhile,
Sandbox, they don't care. They're just going to break open the base. They take down the top inhibitor turret. They'll take the top inhibitor. SKT, they've only lost Khan. They've traded it for Joker's life, but Summit, he survived. Try and get on top of Khan, who answered it with his stopwatch. Now Khan actually going for a little bit more of the lethality build, as Joker might have been a little bit overextended, but can you be when you're this far ahead as Faker? Last hit of that Q from Summit could be a problem as Marta dives forward, trying to find the engagement they're looking for, but Teddy is being ripped apart and immediately taken out with the Hextech ultimatum from OnFleek. True shot barrage across everyone, and SKT, they tried, they went for it, but it is not enough, and Sandbox Gaming will be able to take Game 3 against the Dream Team. Straight from Challenger, looking so damn good.
What a beautiful sandcastle made in this sandbox. It's looking pimp because they're going to beat SK Telecom T1 and inflict the first loss on the Dream Team at LCK level.
Yep, nothing that they can do. No one alive to defend this Nexus. It's a Stand United on the Ghost and a Stand United basically for this whole sandbox squad. Everyone doing what they needed to do from the early skirmishes to the rest of the game. Just didn't look like there was a way in for SKT, and you wanted to believe after what Griffin did yesterday. But we were waiting, and then the next